Hey everybody, it's Master Gallengeist here, bringing you my review for Spirits of Vengeance Issue 3. And I thought they did a pretty good job with this issue, doing some pretty cool kind of action stuff with the artwork and everything, while also doing a pretty good job of advancing the plot forward. So, this issue starts off with a little bit of background, of course, introducing Judas and the 30 pieces of silver, kind of explaining what went on, and then kind of tying it into what's been going on in this world. So, we see the eventual suicide of Judas and the 30 pieces of silver, and then Matthias is the one that finds it, the one that will replace him as one of the 12 apostles. And he touches the silver and has this freak out vision and everything, and just explained that Judas's soul and all like the murderous intent and all the evil is bonded with these coins now, that it's pretty much a pure evil force. And of course, Matthias wrote about this, but yet it was pushed off and not included. So he buried the coins, and then of course those who followed his teachings within the Greek Orthodox Church saw what was going on. They found the coins, and in 1892 built a monastery over top of it, explaining kind of how Necrodamus was going through everything to the demon interested in buying the weapon and everything, and how it went down through the ages until we get to today, and we see that the current guardian person betrayed the order and let Razan take the silver and everything. So, of course, he's explaining that, and Demon Dude's pretty much saying, alright, this kills lower level angels. What about archangels? We should be able to take care of that. And he switches to his really cool demon persona and pretty much is like scaring him, going, yeah, you better be able to do that. So, then we get to him talking to the dwarf. I mean, like, it should be able to kill him, right? I need all the pieces. I'm doing something that not even my other brethren are doing. And I'm taking pure evil and trying to bend it to my will. I need all the pieces. So he pretty much gets on the horn with Razan, trying to see what's going on. And she had let Edwin, the bookstore dude, go from her death list to pretty much tell him to see if he could lead her to the last piece of silver. So Hellstrom's talking to him and everything, and we're getting some more information on Razan herself as well. And she is evidently this half-goddess who's been imprisoned for some reason for 2,000 years and is forced to serve the sorcerer, Necrodamus, who would set her free. And, of course, Edward's freaking out about that because that's the person that's coming to kill him. And he pretty much brings up the name Port Brimstone to finding more information about what's going on. But of course, while that gets brought up, Razan launches herself into there and is able to take the piece of silver. Of course, Hellstrom is able to save Edwin, but is unable to keep Razan from getting the silver. Of course, Johnny Ghost Rider's out, which at first I didn't know if I would like how they made the Ghost Rider look in this, but I really am starting to dig it with how he's elongated and everything, and seeing his bike and everything in action as he's going after Razan, and they're going everywhere saying that you're not going to be able to escape vengeance, but of course she sets one of the other kind of demon hounds on him, and he crashes through this building and pretty much kills it with his chain, but loses Razan in the process. So he's explaining to Hellstrom that he wasn't able to keep up with her, and he's like, well, we're at a really low point. They've got all the pieces of silver. They could pretty much do anything with it. So, of course, we then shift, and we see Satana and Blade going to Port Brimstone. And it's funny because evidently Hellstrom did something in Port Brimstone that nobody really likes. Even the doorman's like, you better not be bringing your brother. And she's like, Lex, I didn't do it. My brother's not coming. And they're like, good. So they're pretty much going to the bar trying to figure out if they can see if anybody new or unusual is coming, but of course, since all this stuff's going on, a lot of people are fluxing around the whole underworld, so it doesn't really get that much steam going forward at first. And then, of course, some vampires come up and start making some trouble for Blade, and he takes out one of them because they're pretty much going, well, the world's going to be ours, so why don't we start with you, Daywalker? He takes out one of them, and Satana just pretty much burns the other ones. Then, of course, the bartender gives up 2 cups and says, well, here you go. And they're like, well, it's empty. Well, the bottle's in there. And the person buying wants privacy. So they go in and we see the person that was paid off. Now, it's interesting to see where they're going to go with this because the person was paid off with a book. So that could come into some importance later on. We'll have to see about that because they're like, why do you want to talk with us? Well, I heard you're asking about what's going on, and since I'm the one that gave the silver to them, I think you'd want to talk with me. So they're like, okay, intrigued. So it ends off and we see that Ragnar has finished up the weapon and Necrodamus has dubbed it an Archangel Killer. And it looks pretty sweet, design-wise and everything. It looks all kind of crazy. So this has definitely changed the course of the war. They've got an ability to take out archangels and flip the balance of power from the struggle that's been going on between heaven and hell. So the Spirits of Vengeance are going to have to work pretty hard to stop this from getting way too bad because Necrodamus has Razan on his side and now the head honcho is on the demon, so he could do some pretty big damage. So that's a pretty cool place for him to leave off, and I'm really interested to see what our heroes are going to learn and how they're going to try and tackle this problem. Because if they can take out an Archangel, what could it do to like Hellstrom or Satana or even the Ghost Rider? That's a pretty big thing to go up against, and they're going to have to find a way to deal with that. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do with that. So those are my opinions on the issue. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Also like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good day.